Roland Willits, OMS Stories, and I'm here with R.A. Cameron. And we have a quiet place. We're in a library. But quiet place, libraries aren't real quiet places. You got a wall that's sort of thin. Okay? And you get people walking in and out. It's
funny how she brought a book back to the library, but she couldn't read the sign on the door. Did you notice that?
It's typical. She was busy. I thought she was busy.
Anyway, we'll forgive her.
Busy.
We'll forgive her.
Of course, because I'd forgive myself, and I would absolutely do it. Of course, I'll forgive her. And you were telling me how you got into music in the last. We were just finished. You were telling me how you started music again. What happened?
Well, as a teenager, most guys pick up a guitar and strum away and blah blah blah, and not a lot came of it. So then it was all put aside for 40 years or more, and then one day, my wife Irene found an envelope, and she said, "This must belong to you." And inside the envelope was a whole bunch of scrawlings and scratchings that I had started a song and or whatever, and then it was put to bed for all that length of time. And so I got it out and to see if I could reinvent the wheel here. And I took one of the songs and I put it on a little tiny cassette, and I gave it to a music friend of mine who I used to work with. Now he's a wizard with music. And he worked on that song all winter long, because he's working now in a studio. So when I went home in the spring, he had laid down 16 tracks of music. Wow. And I went in, and Irene and I went into the studio. He phoned us and said, "Come on up, I want you to hear what I did." So we sat in this studio and they got it going, and it blew me away, the music. The music was so full that I really didn't recognize my original tune. But anyway, he said, "Take it home and practice." So after listening to it 4 or 5 times, literally, I started to hear my original deal. And so for the next month and a half, I practiced. And I sang and I sang and I sang. And finally, when the studio was available, we went up and got together with the techie and Brian, my friend, and recorded.
Wow.
Yeah. And that started. And then we did a couple others, and then we did, and so pretty soon I've ended up with 15 songs.
Wow.
Not all mine, mind you.
Yeah, well, you get to see, I am an instigator to do, everyone should do all original songs, because they're yours, and it's your life. It's not some other guy's life, it's your life, and it's your songs. Do your life songs. Angie, I just finished her 14 songs of her, the original one. Me bugging her for 3 years, she finally sat down and got all of her original songs off all of her recordings and did a CD with it. But you should have songs, life songs. That's what I'm first of all, we're doing that. That's our latest thing for ourselves is to create life songs for people, to help them out with their life songs. And if they just have one, it'd be nice. But you have an opportunity to go look at different things in your life and create a whole life of songs. And that's, next time I see you, I expect at least 5 more songs recorded, okay? And I'll be over next week. No, I'm just joking. Well, next year. By next year you have 5 songs ready for me when I get back, okay?
Well, actually...
It's easy to do?
Yeah, well, no, it's not.
It's easy to do. It's not, it's easy to do, it's just time consuming.
Well, for me, like I said...
It isn't like shoveling snow.
No.
You don't use a lot of physical strength.
See, I have a sister who, it would appear, it's easy. She's written over 60 gospel tunes. beautiful pieces that could be used just as poetry, and they're all to music, of course. She's got a couple CDs, but it seems to flow out of her easier than me. I have to work at it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, you don't work.
It's just
Working is shoveling snow.
There
You
go.
think, you have to think longer.
Okay.
There is no hard work when it comes to thinking. It is not strenuous. It is just there. You make it. You can make it. You can make it like, you can tighten your jaw or something.
Yeah.
But it's not work. It's just time. And I'll give you. I used to be a substitute teacher. In fact, you know what else I was a substitute teacher here in Phoenix?
Is that
I was a
right?
substitute teacher back in the '60s when I was going to graduate school. And what I got about things is, if you don't know what you want to create when you're creating it, just start writing. And it doesn't matter what you write, just keep writing on a piece of paper. And it may take 1 sheet or 2 sheets, it may take 2 lines, 3 lines. All of a sudden, this roadblock will disappear, and you'll start writing the most awesome things. It will just sort of magically come out. You got to give her magic beans. I mean, we're magic beings. We create magic machines that we're sitting and watching ourselves with. We create magic communication that all of us sit and talk. I sit in the evening time when I work with someone in India, around the world, for hours, and I'll sit and program someone. I'll sit with someone in Australia, and so I'll even Canada, as far as Canada.
There you go.
But it's all magic. And so you're magic. So just follow don't worry about it. Just sit there and relax. And just have your finger do what it does. If it just scribbles over, if it goes and, writes on a piece of paper, whatever it does, let it go. All you got to do is let it spin through its cycle and come to the beautiful stuff again, because there's some really beautiful stuff that's just waiting there, and all you have to do is get through sort of like a rough road on a highway. You just gotta drive the rough road, and you don't have to work at it hard. You just if you're an old truck driver like me, you just sort of drive it, and once you're through it, all of a sudden you get a beautiful smooth, and it's beautiful, and you look at the sun, and if it's if it's nice in the proper side, not right in your eyes during on a west drive, it's wonderful. So that's your project for this coming in.
Okay.
Is to joyously participate in in 5 songs for next year on a CD or on at least guitar. We don't mind putting them on if it's sitting there where you just got enough of it done that you can sing the song and accompany yourself with a guitar. Wonderful for us. Okay, so we'll look forward to that.
Good luck. Okay.
Okay, it's just wonderful. So introduce your song.
R.A. Cameron. And the song is A Letter Yesterday.
A letter yesterday.